Well, hello there, Scorpio. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we are doing your March General Tarot reading. We'll take a look at the overall energies with the Oracle cards, and then we'll move to the Tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's take a look first at the Animal Spirit Oracle card and Soul Traveler's card. Let's see. Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait. And joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. Yes. I think you've been waiting for some time. You've been watching and waiting. You've had this, sense of watching and waiting. And now it's definitely coming in. Interesting, because I think it was Gemini that had this energy in their reading too. That energy of, waiting for something, a miracle to happen, something like that. And the energy that it is coming in, something that is truly delightful is coming your way. All right, we are going to go to the tarot. We're going to take a look first at the present energy, and then any areas of resistance or obstacles on your path, and finally advice from Spirit about the next step that you can take in order to manifest what it is that you are wanting to have. So let's see what we have here. Lovely energy here. Oh, lovely. Okay, so we have, oh my goodness. Okay, so we have the Devil energy on the bottom. So, this is Capricorn energy, trying to decide. Okay, there's some type of decision that you are trying to make, trying to decide, like going back and forth. But I feel like there's almost like you're attached to changing your mind a lot about a certain situation. So there's a big decision here. Okay, there's a big decision. We have the King of Pentacles and then the Lovers. Okay, so the King of Pentacles is somebody that could be significant in your life. A lot of times that can be either family, like a head of a household, okay, energy, or, father energy. It can be boss energy. It can also be spouse energy. Okay, so the King of Pentacles represents somebody that you have a soul connection with, or you are wanting to have a soul connection with. Okay, but it's kind of like you have this decision to make about this relationship. Okay, but you're kind of like always teetering. You're never really sure. You never feel confident in the way that you are perceiving this relationship, this situation. Okay, yeah, so you have the Temperance energy, Sagittarius energy, and then you also have the Cancer energy with the Chariot. It's kind of like, this is moderation, right? This is moving forward very quickly. I feel like that is exactly what you have been doing. You're kind of like bobbing up and down in the ocean, You're not making any progress, because it's almost like you're holding yourself back from making a decision in this situation or this relationship. But it's, your intuition, your higher self is calling you to see the milestone that you could have when you make a decision. I think you kind of know what decision you want to make. You have the strategy, you have man holding a heart. It's kind of like, okay, how perhaps you're conflicted a little bit about how to manifest this, or how to strategize what it is that perhaps you are wanting, or a person that you are wanting in your life, right? Because man holding a heart gender does not matter. It could be just what is trying to strategize what it is that you want for yourself, right? Or for a relationship. Okay, it's kind of like, okay, I'm trying to manifest something, trying to heal perhaps some conflict that you have had, and then you have the Emperor again. So this energy of, wanting to either, I feel like it's kind of a back and forth energy there, because there's a little bit of control. I feel like, with the King of Pentacles and the Emperor coming out, there's somebody that's trying to control the situation. Could even be trying to control finances in some way, so it could be a boss that's kind of controlling your pay, or your chances of being promoted. It could be, a family member that's kind of controlling your finances. It could be that you are attached to making decisions about how to spend money or save money, right? So it's interesting because all of that is underneath there. And then look at this, because I feel like that is high masculine energy, right? You have the Emperor, the King of Pentacles, you have this very, very much of a divine masculine. And then look at what you have in your present energy, the divine feminine. So it's a contrast. It's kind of like, I feel like you are kind of waffling with that Two of Pentacles, right? You're kind of like attached to waffling between, okay, I'm going to be divine masculine one day, and that's all about doing, producing, making money, that type of energy. And then the next day you could be all into this, oh my goodness, I love just being here. I love receiving things. I love receiving love, right? It's being, okay? So this is more being, where the divine masculine is all about doing. So I feel like you're kind of bobbing up and down, right? Because you're not balancing out the divine masculine and the divine feminine. If you're in a relationship, especially like a romantic relationship, it could be that one of you is very much divine masculine at this time, and the other one of you, and I would say this is you, Scorpio, right, is very much in the divine feminine energy. So it's kind of like a little bit of odds, okay? But there's so the relationship itself is kind of like not going anywhere. It's within yourself, because we all have divine masculine and divine feminine within us. If you're unbalanced, right, you're just bobbing in the air, you're in the water, you're not able to move forward. Because you have to have the balance of the divine masculine and the divine feminine in order to make progress, in order to make progress on the Chariot, okay? In the traditional tarot, the Chariot card has the black horse and the white horse, and the driver, okay, has to pull in the reins of both of those horses to get the Chariot to go straight on the path. Otherwise, one horse would go in this direction and the other horse would go in that direction. That's exactly what you're doing right now, whatever this situation is, either internally within you or within a relationship. It's like one horse is going one way and the other horse is going the other way. So there's no progress. So it's about, okay, wait a minute. How can we get in alignment with each other? Okay. Or if it's just within you, how can you get in alignment with yourself? So let's take a look at this, because both of those energies, the divine masculine is a beautiful energy and the divine feminine is a beautiful energy. You just also need to have the balance of having both of them. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I feel like you have had some, disappointment. I feel like a lot of it is this disappointment that you're not making more progress, right? And you're kind of wondering why. Why am I not making more progress? Why am I just bobbing up and down? I have my sights set on this beautiful, okay, relationship, or a relationship within yourself, right? Your dreams, your aspirations. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. And you're having to see a different perspective of this. You're holding on it, right? You're bobbing up and down in the water. You're having to take a look at the situation about why it's unbalanced or how you can balance it out. You're being held in place until you can balance that divine feminine and divine masculine energy. So you have the Three of Cups, the Ace of Wands. Yeah. I feel like you want a fresh start. Okay. In other words, I think you want to start moving again. Oh, I'm doing it the wrong way. Want to start moving in again. Okay. That's what is the inspiration. You want to bring either people together. You want to be celebrating, either celebrating in your life or celebrating this relationship. but your self-doubts about it are holding you back. I think because there is a little bit of focusing on perhaps the differences between if there's two people here, the differences between the two of you instead of the commonalities. That could be part of it. So let's take a look at your area of resistance, your obstacle. Yeah, you have Page of Swords, you have envy, and you have behind a mask. Okay, I really and truly feel like there is, it could be this other entity, right? I feel like there's almost like somebody, okay, that is truly envious, okay, watching. And I feel like this person is kind of watching you or watching behind the scenes. It's almost, I feel like they're very envious. They're like, I feel like you are willing to work with this person. This energy doesn't feel like your energy. I feel like this is the energy of somebody outside of you, okay, that is perhaps envious. Okay, so if you're feeling like your divine masculine and feminine is very unbalanced at this time, it could be part of it is because you are envious of other people. So when you are in this beautiful energy right here of creating, of being, of just relishing life itself, of having joy and delight in your life, right? There's also part of you that is really envious of people that are perhaps, really financially abundant, or perhaps people on social media, or all of a sudden you get envious because of what other people have or are experiencing, right? So there's two things. Either you are envious of somebody else, right? Or somebody is envious of you, but it's part of this disconnect, okay, between the divine masculine and feminine. I feel like, somebody here is hiding their feelings about how they really feel. Especially if you're if you're thinking that this is between you and another person. I feel like, and yeah, I just think that the envy, okay, is not being voiced. Okay, and the envy is also what's preventing the connection from coming back together. Yeah, 10 of Cups. Wow, really strong energy. Yeah. You have an Aquarius energy with the Star, the 10 of Cups, having your wishes and dreams come true. Okay, I feel like there is a wish or a dream that you have that you want in this relationship. Okay, whatever type of relationship, it does not have to be. It does not have to be romantic at all. It's just that one person is really focused on doing, and the other person is kind of focused on enjoying life, experiencing life in a very loving way. Okay, so you have a big decision. You have the Judgment card. Okay, a big decision. I feel like, you understand that something is sabotaging this situation, this relationship, and understanding that I feel like it is this sense of envy. Both of you could have envy, or one of you has envy, and because of that envy, it is bringing in like negative, like almost that vampire energy to this situation, right? Somebody's holding back on how they feel in the situation. And that is what the 7 of Swords is. It's almost as if, the only way to move forward is to see the good in each other, is to not be envious of what each of us has, right? But to be celebrating, okay, what each of us has, to be in this energy of looking for the good in the situation once again, instead of perhaps the differences. Yeah, really a beautiful energy there. Just reminding us that when we want to see bad, that's what we'll see. When we want to see good, that is what we'll see. It's that energy of, have you ever kind of like maybe bought a new car, right? And you thought, oh, oh my goodness, there's not that many of these cars or something. And then all of a sudden you buy the new car and that's like all you see, right? It's kind of like, well, they were all there before, right? It's not like everybody went out and bought that car, but all of a sudden you recognize it, right? It's almost as if what you are thinking about is what you will see. It's about focusing on the good in this situation instead, so that you see the good, right? Instead of focusing on the bad. All right, so how do we move from the status quo? How do we move forward? This is your advice from Spirit. It's about, connecting to source, connecting to the good in the situation. The Six of Cups is the sweetness of this. It's the joy and the delight. It's about showing up in perhaps your highest version of yourself in this situation, of expecting, kind of almost like looking at the situation and expecting that it will work out for your highest good, for their highest good. It's expecting, oh my gosh, it's like expecting it's expecting a fairy tale ending and knowing that it's going to happen. It's kind of like that. And, because you have the Ten of Cups and Nine of Cups just keep coming back out. Whatever it is that you are wanting. Okay, here's the message. Whatever it is, that fairy tale ending that you're looking for in the situation, okay, it's kind of like looking for that instead of looking for why you don't have that. I mean, that is kind of, it could be even that something ended here, right? But you're dropping the burden of the ending. You're deciding to choose. Okay, I'm going to choose again and see how this can go long term. Really beautiful. Once again, it could be a romantic situation or a really close friend or a family member. It's that energy of, okay, I'm going to look for the good in this situation instead of focusing perhaps on why we don't have that fairy tale ending. Yeah, it is kind of interesting. All right, so let's see what we have here. Yeah. Ace, oh my goodness. Yeah. I feel like that this is a situation that you do want to commit to, standing in your power, allowing them to stand in their power. It's almost like a power struggle. It could be a little bit of a power struggle, right? Whoever this person is. It could even be a boss or somebody like that. But stepping into your truth that you really do want this to work out, And so it is about finding that balance, not looking at, oh, you're divine masculine, I'm divine feminine. Okay, we're different. It's about, okay, how can we work together? How can we combine our energies in order to create something that can last long term? It's about understanding it's time to go in a different direction. It's time to choose. I can choose to see. I can either choose to see the bright light of the moon, or I can choose to see the shadows. I can choose to look at the brightness, the light, the goodness of the situation, or I can choose to be fearful, look at the fears, okay, that are underlying the darkness, the shadows. I can choose to put a light onto the fears that I have in this situation, or have those discussions about what the other person is fearing, because it's kind of like I feel like you realize it's time to move from these tumultuous waters to more peaceful waters. You had the peace card here. Yeah, you're wanting peace in this situation. You're not wanting it to be tumultuous. You're looking forward to moving in a new direction, to bringing in that sense of knowing that this is something that is near and dear to you, with that 9 and 10 of Cups coming out over and over again. Wow, really beautiful. No more bobbing up and down. You're moving forward. All right, so let's take a look. And it could be, we have Pluto moving into Aquarius March 23rd. So it could be around that time. Up until that time, there's, a lot of powerful energies coming in, helping us to see things a little bit differently. We're at the end of Pluto being in Capricorn. It's been in Capricorn since 2008, so it's been a long time. Those lessons, those energies that we need to flush out and get out before Pluto moves into Aquarius. It's kind of like it's churning up a lot of stuff. It really is. It's kind of like, okay, here we are. It's a little bit like, you know, when you were in school and you had a big exam, right? And it was kind of like, you know, that, you know, cramming for the exam, okay? It's kind of like you're cramming for the exam, except that you're moving out different energies and stuff. All right, and Scorpio, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, do I surround myself with people who lift me up? There you go. That energy vampire energy is coming back in. The people with whom we surround ourselves determine who we become. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? Make a desire list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself and clarify if there is anyone in your life who can no longer serve you. Can you love them from a distance? Okay, so there's two messages. You know, if this is a person, especially if it's a toxic person, okay, with the Capricorn energy here, right, the devil energy, I should say, then it is about understanding, okay, I am going to, you know, part, but you're really parting. Okay, you're going to love them from a distance. They're no longer in your life. Okay, so they're either in your life or they're not in your life. If they're in your life, then it's about understanding the good in this situation and understanding, okay, if I am going to have this person in my life, I want to see the good, the light and love in them. And I also want them to see the light and love in me. If they can't do that, they can't cherish me and my love and my light, then I do need to leave them, okay? Put them away, say no, okay? But then it's no longer allowing this person in and out of your life. It's kind of like they're either in your life or they're not in your life, right? And it's kind of like, I feel like that is your big decision. You're no longer waffling. You're no longer saying yes one day and no the next. There's no more waffling. It's judgment day. And it's time to decide which, you know, what it is that you want, what's best for you. And then moving forward and with that decision and knowing that you are doing what it is that is best for you. Really lovely energy. Great message there. All right. I am going to leave it there. I do appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I wish you much love and light. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.